Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's lecture, we are going to understand an important transient condition in power system known as the load rejection case. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand what happens to power system speed and frequency when the load is suddenly rejected from a generator. If you have any question about this lecture, the link for asking the question is given in the description. You can ask it there. Your question is, what is load rejection? Load rejection occurs when a large portion of an electrical load is suddenly disconnected from a generator. This can happen due to sudden opening of the circuit breaker and transmission line faults. In our example, we will consider 100% load rejection, which is the most severe case. At t is equal to 0, the electrical power and the mechanical power is equal. But if we consider the losses, then the mechanical power should be greater than the electrical power. Here we are saying that electrical power and mechanical power is equal. We are neglecting the losses. Now at t is equal to 1 second, the circuit breaker opens, the entry load is rejected and electrical power drops instantly to 0. This is at t is equal to 1 second. But remember, the governor is a mechanical system, so it cannot react instantly due to inertia. Mechanical power remains high for a short period. This period is called the governor's response time. You can see from the graph, when electrical power is equal to 0 but mechanical power is not 0, because due to governor's response time and due to the inertia of the governor, it takes some time to reach to the become equal to the electrical power. When mechanical power is greater than the electrical power, this creates a positive accelerating power by the equation dp is equal to pm minus pe. According to Newton's second law of motion, dp is equal to j d omega by dt. Thus, rotors accelerators, which causes speed increase and frequency. As mechanical power is greater than the electrical power, the positive acceleration occurs, which results in increasing the speed and which in turn results in increasing the frequency. Once the governor starts acting, it reduces the fuel input to the turbine and mechanical power starts decreasing. However, due to inertia, PM does not stop at P, that is at P is equal to 0. It does not stop here, but it goes beyond to that. It overshoots beyond that. This causes power oscillation, and power oscillations are created. These oscillations gradually die out due to the system damping. After the oscillations are damped, mechanical power becomes equal to the electrical power. But the frequency does not return 100% because of the governor droop. Frequency settles at 104% because of the 4% governor droop. You can see here, when the mechanical power settles down, when the oscillations are damped and the mechanical power settles down and becomes equal to the electrical power, but our frequency is greater than the 100%, that is 104%, because of 4% of the governor's droop. Now we will go to the ETAP software and see how we can generate these graphs, and we will see what is the effect of the load rejection when suddenly load is rejected. What will happen to the, what will be the transient response, what will be the transient graphs, we will see in the ETAP. This is our previous model in which we have discussed about the load addition model, load addition case. Now we will use same model for the load rejection case. In the load rejection case, the circuit breaker should be closed first, because in the load addition case we are adding load after t is equal to 1 second, but here we are removing the load after t is equal to 1 second. Okay, the second change I will do here in the governor, that p minimum we will keep it not 0, we will keep it p minimum as -1 and click OK. Now I will go to the this first we will should be in the transit stability mode. Then we will go to the edit study case and click on the edit study case, and I will click here on copy, and then I will name it load rejection case LR and click OK. Then I will go to the events. In the events I will click on the edit, and in the edit I will write LR 1 second and click OK. And here I will also click on the edit and circuit breaker C1 and it will be open. OK. Then I will change this 15 seconds to 30 seconds, or you can keep it as a 50 seconds, no problem, and click OK. Now here you can select the LR and your report should be a prompt. This should be a prompt, and then click on run transit stability. We should run, name it LR report and click OK, and you will see the event is at t is equal to 1 second, circuit breaker is opened and the simulation is completed. Then I will go to the transit stability plots. Wait, and first of all I will click the buses. Then we will select the voltage and select the bus 1 and plot. Now you can see when at t is equal to 1 second, load is rejected and the voltage increases, and then it's after some time it decreases and finally settles down to 100%. Now we will do one more thing. We can select this generator and select the generator. Here we can see the mechanical electrical power first plot. You can see at t is equal to 1 second the electrical power becomes 0. Now we will also see the mechanical power plot and plot the, you can see mechanical power takes some time to decrease. 1 minute, we can close this one graph. Okay, now we can close also this and we will combine these two plots. You can see now here you can see the same graph which I have discussed in the, you can see this same graph we have discussed has been generated here. Okay, this is the mechanical power and this is the electrical power. Now we can see also the one more graph, that is AFD voltage. Okay, now you have understand that when load is rejected, okay, we can see the frequency graph is there. We will see frequency is here. You can see the frequency first increase and finally settle down to about 104%. You can see 104% it settles down. Okay,